In this video, I'm going to show you how you can analyze your Amazon PPC reports and run the dayparting rule, which basically just means that you have a certain number of hours on your campaign manager where the ads perform a lot better than the other hours. And I know for a fact that for all the brands out there selling on Amazon, obviously the peak hours are going to be somewhere between your day hours and somewhat in the start of your evening. But you're not exactly sure which hours are the best hours that perform, and you're not exactly sure how to analyze all the reports from your campaign manager. And so to ease down all the process, I just made a simple tool, and you don't have to pay for the tool. It's all free. It's just sitting on my website. You can simply go to the tool. I'll attach the link in the description below, and you can upload the report, and it will give you an exact analysis of your hours according to each day and when can you increase your bets to increase your sales. Now, dayparting just means that you have a certain number of hours that perform well. And for example, if a target ACOS is set from your end at 30%, and you know that those hours are at something like 20% ACOS, you now have a bit of a margin where you can increase your ACOS and ultimately get better sales. Now, a lot of brands think that a higher ACOS means it's a poor performing campaign or that the ads aren't performing well, but that's not true. If you increase your budget, or if you increase your bets on Amazon, and if your ACOS, for example, jumps from 20 to 30%, you need to see if your ad sales increased. For example, if there was incremental ad sales, that means your ACOS that increased is a healthy ACOS, and you can stick to it. You can even go above that ACOS number because the target that you had was just according to your profit margins, right? I'm now going to show you how you can use the tool and analyze all the campaigns and see which hours do perform well on your campaign manager. So you can see on my screen that this is the tool that I was talking about. It's called the Dayparting Analyzer, and I am attaching the link in the description of the video. All you simply have to do is just have your target ACOS mentioned. For example, if you know that your target ACOS is 20%, just simply type it in here. And you now have to upload your Amazon campaign report. I'm going to show you how you can get this report from Amazon. And if you are in your campaign manager, you would simply go to sponsored ads report. Once you click on sponsored ad reports, it will take you to this tab. You're going to click on create report, and once we're in here, select sponsored products, keep that as it is, select campaign instead of search term, and select the country that you want it to be. For example, should it be Canada, Mexico, United States? You can select all three. For now, we're going to just select the United States. The time unit is important, so you want to change this to hourly because we want to know which hours perform well. Just check the last 14 days because this is the only duration you're gonna get. You can also do last 7 days, but we want as much data as we could. For example, if I select anything above last 14 days, it won't let me. It'll only let me select last 14 days. And you can name the report anything that you want. Just simply click on run report and it will start running, and you can now download the report. Once you have the report downloaded, for example, for now it's just in pending. You can see once I'll be able to download it, I'll say download. I already have the report downloaded, so I'm going to show you by uploading it right into the tool. And for example, this is the name of the report that will show up: sponsored products campaign report. I'm simply going to drag this to my tool, and you can see that it has already analyzed the whole report in less than a second. Literally, it's showing us a bit of classification rules. You don't need to know these, but these are some of the rules that we use to classify which hours of your day perform well. And you can see an executive summary. For example, the total ad spend that we analyzed was this, and the date range that we covered was this. And you know, it'll also tell you the best window. For example, the best hours of your day, it says, are from 7 to 9, and the worst are from 20 to 23. It will also tell you the best and the worst day. Now, you don't need to know the best and worst days, but these are helpful too if you need to set those rules up later. I'll show you how you can set the best and the worst days as a rule bet on Amazon. For example, the first section that we have shows the hours of the day analysis. And you can see here that the first hour of our day had 8 orders. It had $35 worth of spend, and it had 33 clicks. The ACOS here was 20.5%, click-through was 0.45%, conversion was 24.24%. Now there's an action, and now it's telling us to hold, and because we only have 8 orders, it's not enough data. and we have to get more orders to get more data analysis. For example, in the best hours, you can see the orders start flowing from, let's say, so we have 16 orders at 3 to 4 a.m. and then we have 27:52 and so on. And you can see the peak that we get started is somewhere from 6 a.m. and then the orders keep going, and they, for example, let's just stick to 93 as our last performing hour. For example, when we reach 20th hour, it shows 93 orders, and after that hour, it starts slowing down. There's still orders, but it slows down a lot. Now, the thing is, you don't need to increase your bid for every single hour. I know that it states scale your bid 2%, 4%, 6%, but that's why we have an hourly range. For example, from 7 to 9, you can increase your bets, and the worst window is 20 to 23, and you don't want to increase your bets here. You could decrease your bets, but assumingly you don't want to increase your bets here, right? And if we go down to the second section, which is called day of the week analysis, it shows, for example, in the executive summary, it showed that the best day is Monday and the worst day is Thursday. So if we look at Monday here, it shows that it had 386 orders, the highest number of orders, and it has the highest click-through rate, 0.62. Well, 0.62 is here too, but we had more orders here, and we had the highest conversion. You can see 27% conversion on Monday as compared to all the other days which had lower conversion. So we could technically increase our campaign budgets and bids on Monday. Now it's also telling you the bid adjustment schedule. For example, for all the performing hours, maybe from 5 to 6 a.m. and onwards to maybe like your 19th and 20th hour, you can increase your bid by 3%. And remember that the increasing bid suggestion is coming from the target ACOS that you placed here. So be careful with this. Make sure you have the exact right target here. For example, if your target ACOS is 30%, do that. And then it will show you a bigger increase suggestion, right? For now, it's only showing me 3% because I placed a target ACOS of 20%, right? And it's now also telling me to reduce bets by 12%. Now, I wouldn't suggest that you do the reducing bets thing because that would actually affect your orders on those hours. Those hours still have enough orders, and you don't want to mess up those hours. For example, 37, 27, and 9, and you don't want to do anything to those hours. Now, all you can do is simply download the full analysis in Excel if you don't like going through all of these results, and it will give you the report in Excel. I'm now going to show you how you can simply add all these rules and what we just learned from our analysis to the Amazon Campaign Manager. To simply select and set rules for your dayparting, once you go into Campaign Manager, you would see this drop down thingy. Click on that, click on rules, and it will then take you to add a rule. Click on add a rule. Rule type would be bids because we are now increasing bids. We're not increasing budgets or targets. We would then choose our campaign. For example, in this example, I have this campaign. I'm simply going to select the campaign and apply the suggestion. Once done, it has selected my campaign. It would then ask me to select the date range. For example, if I want to, so the starting date is today, which is 16th June, and the end date could be 19th June. Now this could work really well on events like Prime Day. For example, you have Prime Days coming up. You can have this on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, and you can select maybe 3 to 4 days of the event duration, and it will then increase the bids on those specific days and hours. The recurrence here is daily, so we want this to run every day, and we don't want it to run all days. For example, we only want specific hours. So the tool suggested, for example, from our tool, if we analyze, the best performing hours are from 7 a.m. to maybe 7 p.m. We're going to select that and input the bid adjustment that the tool gave us. The tool told us that you have to increase the bids by 3% because our target ACOS is 20%. So we would simply add 3 in here, and we could name the rule anything that we want to. For example, I could say rule dayparting, right? And you could put anything here and just simply add the rule here. Once you add the rule, you could see that the rule is now running, right? Or at least it's going to be running for the schedule that we set. Now, for the sake of the example, I ran it, but now I'm just going to disable this because I don't want it to be running on my campaigns for now. This was the whole process of dayparting and increasing your breadths on suggested hours of the day. My tool is going to be linked in the description below. Make sure to run your campaign reports and see which hours do well. And you can do this for the prime days that are coming up. You can do this for any special events, or you can simply just do it on Saturday or Sundays or the best performing days of your week. If you think this video was useful, make sure to comment and leave a like. I'll be happy to create more such videos, and I'll keep uploading more videos on Amazon PPC and how you can really improve your performance every day from your ads.